Imagine being one of the lucky few to be born in a ninja village with different types of techniques and hidden abilities, only to be born with nothing. Literally nothing. Not like some anime characters where they have nothing, then get blessed with some sort of awesome power that outshines everyone else, which legit defeats the whole point of the underdog trope. But nah, you have nothing but just pure hard work, if you're even willing to work hard. And Rock Lee is that very character, and he inspires me till this day, especially as my favorite character in Naruto, because bro really muscled his way to the top in every way, from putting his body through rigorous training and aiming to bridge the gap between him and the other ninjas, even though they have an obvious advantage. And I like how Kishimoto even made his design look pathetic and kind of odd, especially not knowing what he's capable of. You probably just thought he would be an awkward side character that wouldn't be relevant, until he shows you the results of his training, basically making him iconic. In this video, I will be covering all of Rock Lee's best fights, which is only about 2, but I'll get into what I think about them selling his bag later in Shippuden, cause it really brings tears to my eyes, bro. Why they do him like that? Starting with Rock Lee versus Gaara. Rock Lee's waiting to be picked for this fight and used the stop carrying method, which works because he's up next. Gaara teleports to the middle and Rock Lee hits his pose. Everyone starts doubting him, but Naruto remembers how Rock Lee slept his homeboy. Gaara then gives him the I should be in prison stare, and Rock Lee starts with the Leaf Hurricane. It gets blocked. Then the sand tries to touch Lee, but he dodges. He goes in with the barrage of attacks that all get blocked by Gaara's natural defense. Gaara talking about some, we haven't had enough blood. Bro acting like the sand ain't fighting for him. The sand grabs Lee, slamming him into the wall, then rushes him. He dodges, then throws a punch. And this nigga's endurance is crazy, bro, really running marathons just to do no damage. And all the backflips just to slip. But then he flings himself up into the air, landing on the hand statue. And I don't care what y'all say, bro was flying right here. What was this? Might Guy gives Rock Lee the okay. And when I was first watching this, I'm like, what type of secret does he have if he doesn't have ninjutsu? And he has what every real nigga has. Weights. He takes them off and makes the world quake. Then he speed blitzes, having Gaara shook. Lee starts attacking, leaving Gaara flinching. It even got the animation glazing, putting bro in an AMV. Rock Lee circles around Gaara, leaping into the air for a hammer kick to the dome. And dang, I already know Gaara was looking to slime out the cameraman after this fight. He said delete the footage. Got bro dazed. Lee rushes and Gaara actually starts putting in effort, only to get weaved and socked. Got Miss Useless over here glazing. Gaara gets up, and he looks even more unhinged than he was before. Just to face niggas be having behind your back before you get backdoored. The sand covers his demonic facial expressions. And now Rock Lee's task is finding out a way to break the armor, and with another nod from Might, he begins his next attack. He circles around Gaara and uses the Lotus to get him off the ground. Bro is really airwalking on this man. Ref, do something. He putting Sanji to shame. He unwraps his armbands and grabs Gaara, mummifying bro. Then goes upside down, slamming Gaara as hard as he could. And watching this, I already knew he got done dirty, because you cannot name any other character in the tuning exams who would not be unconscious if they got hit with that attack. Bro really got plot device syndrome. The writer's smiling as they just using him. The shell cracks completely, but Gaara is gone. Apparently Gaara swapped out in the instance that Rock Lee closed his eyes due to the pain. When Gaara pops back up, he looks like a final boss and hits Rock Lee. Lee, starting to feel the fatigue on his body, gets thrashed. He starts rolling out of the way like a Dark Souls character. And you can tell Rock Lee's on 1 HP because they start playing some of those classic Naruto flashbacks. When we go back, bro is on the ground, then gets up, just to get knocked down again. Rock Lee eventually gets it together and starts dodging again. Then you know that what Rock Lee's about to do next is finna be crazy, because this man Kakashi turns on the Sharingan. Rock Lee starts powering up, opening the inner gates, and bro goes all the way up to 4 before he attacks, which really solidifies Gaara as a real threat at this point. Like, dang, 4 before you attack once? One attack sends Gaara up, cracking his armor. As he's up in the air, Lee zooms up and juggles this man. Got Gaara shook. Then before dealing the final blow, he opens the 5th gate of closing, fakes Gaara out, then slams into his stomach. And I want y'all to really visualize how fast this man really is. Not only did he give him the blow to the stomach, before Gaara is even able to hit the ground, right after that destructive punch, he grabs Gaara's outfit, yanks him up again, kicking Gaara into literal dust. This has got to be the craziest show of speed in anime ever. And obviously on paper there's way faster characters than Rock Lee, even in the same show. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying animation and display wise, this is an S rank on how you show somebody speed. And I'm not even glazing just because the video about Rock Lee, I'm just being 100. Gaara's on the ground and looks like he actually took damage for once. But sadly this wouldn't defeat him, because all he needs is one hand to control his sand. Rock Lee tries to move, but is absolutely tired from the gates. The sand takes his arm and legs, breaking them into pieces. Then Gaara goes in for the kill, but my guy isn't having that, ending the fight. Peak cinema, bro. Even though Rock Lee was really a plot device character to set up the real fight with Gaara and Naruto, my man shows that he's no Birch, even standing up after the fight to show that he has sheer willpower. Had me shed a tear, man. So inspirational. Enter Kimimaro, a kid who has a strange Kekkei Genkai that lets him manipulate his bones. And what happened to Kekkei Genkais in Naruto? Like in Naruto Part 1, you know, we had ice mirrors, people like Kimimaro, but in Shippuden, it's just like, if you don't got a Sharingan, you just lame. It don't matter if you got a Kekkei Genkai or not. It's not about you. Like, dang, bro, why they gotta do niggas like that? Naruto, after being mesmerized by his boyfriend Sasuke, is about to be fatally attacked by Kimimaro, but Rock Lee stops the attack and tells him to go after Sasuke. And Kimimaro tries to kill Naruto again, only to be stopped. And this man, Rock Lee, is doing this right after surgery, by the way. Bro is different. He rushes in. 2 kicks get blocked, the third one gets dodged. Then Kimi tries to air attack him, then he gets smacked. Tsunade notices that he didn't take medicine, but some of that whiskey, and Guy gets a shocked expression on his face. Rock Lee starts missing kicks, like we be missing in the DMs. Kimimaro goes to attack him, and Rock Lee tells him to wait, so he can get his medicine. Like, nigga, what? Bro really hit pause on the game. The so-called medicine makes Rock Lee start wobbling. And I know he's drunk, but like, bro, how does it kick in that quick? Bro barely put the bottle down. He starts using the drunken fist, rushes Kimi, and weaves. Then they just start boxing in the air. This nigga is easily Weeb Nation, oh my goodness. They get back on the ground, and he falls asleep. Kimimaro goes into the frame, but his garbage part, his silence needs to be sued. Rock Lee jumps up, landing some jabs and a kick. Then he does the sleep trick again, like, bro. Kimimaro inspects the bottle and turns out what Lee drank was some sake. He gets ready to kill Lee, but his body ain't going for it. Then he catches the blade and flips him. Lee weaves 2 swipes, parries another, and keeps dodging. Now Rock Lee's Weeb Nation, oh my goodness. He gets tired of dodging and hits him with a 4-piece nugget. Had this man Kimimaro just contemplating life after that. Lee runs and falls, just to get up and start using hidden leaf hands. The niggas parry each other, then Lee gets a kick off. And oh no, what type of move is this? Bro really turned into a screwdriver. They throw more hands and the weaves are on point. Lee gets on his hands and starts walking on this man. Then Kimi stops the sequence with an attempted kick. Then uses the Camellia dance. And this move didn't do anything. Are y'all seeing this? These niggas really just proving while they're both Weeb Nation certified. Ultra Instinct wasn't even dodging this much. They go back and forth with the hands until Rock Lee hits bro so hard it played 3 different times. Finally, Kimimaro is like, man, F this, and uses the curse mark. This amplifies how many bones he can utilize at once, causing Lee to be stabbed by his ribs. The cut causes Lee to sober up, making him lose his elite S-strength hands. Rock Lee's confused about what's even going on, but gets ready. Kimimaro reveals that he can actually make more bones in his body, and they're stronger than regular human bones. Bro turns into a Beyblade, twisting Rock Lee and making him fall. Bro is really a walking spike. He built like a Womp Womp, legit the #1 enemy for taijutsu. This man Rock Lee should have learned what Ken and Ryu be doing. Rock Lee gets back up and gets ready to use the primary lotus, only for the bone to absorb the blow. Rock Lee about to be impaled sees sand and it pulls them apart. And it's Gaara. Bro really saving the GOAT after they ran one of the best fades in anime history. You already know they be hanging out offset. They eventually beat Kimimaro after bro turns everything to bones. Rock Lee really had no chance of winning, I'm not gonna lie. Not after you turn on that curse mark, cause bro was doing some elite level stuff. Even still though, all these fights are some of my favorite fights, and not just Naruto, but all of anime. Rock Lee shows that even though you may not have what everybody else does, you can still grow in your own way and path without any special help or boost. And his fights really show that more than words can, as he's always surpassing his limits, even though he almost always comes up short in his fights, mainly due to his matchups being very anti-taijutsu. And honestly, after making this video and analyzing the fights, I can kinda see why he wasn't showing much in Shippuden. When you have all these crazy new ninja techniques like planetary Rasengan's and all these crazy explosion moves, taijutsu isn't really gonna cut it. Even though I wish he had at least one more pivotal fight, especially in Shippuden, because I feel like it would have helped really tie up his character arc. But let me know how y'all feel about Rock Lee down below. And if you want more content like this, please subscribe. And I will see you on the next one, bro. Be easy.